Coming up on the Uplift, a story to give you hope in humanity, the generous stranger helping one man find the good in the world again. Then 2 difficult diagnoses made for one family. And they say they are stronger than ever, how they found a silver lining. And a man bringing joy with every press of a button. See how he lifts people up every day. Welcome, friends, to the Uplift. In this digital series, we're going to be sharing some of our favorite stories that we are sure will put a smile on your face. It's our goal to lift your spirits for at least the next 30 minutes and hopefully for a lot longer. I'm Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. Thank you for being with us. Our first story brings us to Duluth. That is where the honors continue for the U.S. Navy's first ever female chaplain. Diana Pullman Bell was commissioned in 1973. A strong faith led her to the seminary, which was unusual for women 50 years ago. And it was there that the Navy came calling. They were hoping to break tradition and break ground by naming a woman to the chaplain position. Lieutenant J.G. Bell served the Navy in Florida for 3 years, and now she is living in Duluth and will serve in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. Bell recently attended a ceremony where she was appointed to the Coast Guard's Chaplain Corps.
And the Navy is looking for the first female, so you would be developing a whole new role model for women. And I thought that sounded pretty exciting. This is just, you know, the brackets at the beginning and the end, the Navy and now the Coast Guard.
Chaplain Bell will share duties between the Coast Guard and the Navy when needed. Her duties will range from invocations to funerals and also including counseling. Now, to a heartbreaking story that turned into something beautiful. We showed you this story after getting surveillance video of a man stealing an SUV in St. Paul. Inside was 26-year-old Kyle Schultz's power wheelchair. Schultz lives with ALS, which weakens muscles over time. Police did find the SUV, but the parts were stripped and the wheelchair was gone. But thanks to some generous Minnesotans, a new one is on the way.
You just touched our whole heart.
We love you guys. Yeah, we love you guys. We love you, man.
I appreciate
we love you.
It, man.
Yeah.
I really do, man.
Musician Ryan O'Neal, who is with the O'Neal Foundation of Hope, saw Kyle's story and brought him a replacement chair. Kyle said that the first thing he wants to do with his new wheelchair is go for ice cream. An Elk River family is still processing what happened to both of their kids in just a matter of weeks. But we found out that the way they are looking at it, they've actually found the good amongst a terrifying coincidence. Like many a Minnesotan, the Warehams know how to savor a summer day.
Ready?
Here we go. To get here, though, they've pushed through an unimaginable spring.
Yeah, April Fools played the really long game on us this time.
That's a good way to put it. There are smiles now, but they come after tears. It started in early April when 4-year-old Rowan started vomiting and acting wobbly on his feet.
Just these little things that individually by themselves didn't really kind of perk any kind of concern.
Until he lost bladder control and then lost clarity.
Rowan started sounding almost intoxicated. Really confused, was talking about like a cloud or something.
John is a West Metro police officer with EMT training. Out of instinct, he performed a Cincinnati stroke test and saw Rowan couldn't control his little arms.
I turned and looked at her and I said,
"We gotta go.
Something's not right, I don't like this."
Yeah.
And she said, "Then we're going."
Rowan was at the ER in Princeton within 30 minutes.
Immediately brought him in for a CT scan and his brain lit up. And what they came in and said was, he has a lot of lesions in his brain, and there's a large one on the right side.
Rowan was transferred to mHealth Fairview Masonic Children's. He was diagnosed with, of all things, a stroke. In fact, he had had several of them. Was there still like some shock, like our 4-year-old had a stroke?
Oh, for me, absolutely. When I heard that, I'm just thinking, what?
Yeah.
How? Why?
Yeah.
What else is going on here underlying that caused this?
That's when Dr. Amanda Moen came in.
Stroke is just as common as brain tumors are in kids. And so, it's something to to be aware it can happen. It's unlikely to happen.
But they can, often after viruses or after trauma.
In Rowan's case, his stroke was probably caused by a really minor trauma combined with a congenital difference in one of his blood vessels that set him up to have a blood vessel injury.
Unlike adults, kids tend to recover faster. Over a matter of days, Rowan regained use of his arms and legs. His prognosis is hopeful, but he has a regimen of daily acidic injections and an around-the-clock neck collar. A week after he got home from the hospital, another emergency. This time, his older sister Marna was off kilter. She started vomiting profusely, so they went back to the ER.
And when she got there, she weighed 67 pounds, so she had lost 13 pounds in a day and a half. So the doctor came in and he said, she's really sick. And I said, yeah, she is.
So here you are again in another emergency situation.
Yeah. So he kind of leaned on the side of her bed and he said, lightning struck twice for you this month. And he said, she has type 1 diabetes. And I saw her look from the doctor quickly over to me to see what my reaction was, because she didn't know what that meant. And I said, we can manage that.
They actually see the back-to-back timing is a gift, since they were already off work and covered by a meal train of love.
It was like we couldn't have a need for more than an hour without someone jumping in to fill it. So the only thing we had to worry about was keeping our kids happy.
And they are, because this family truly knows how to take shots and get right back up. It's no secret Minneapolis has been through a lot these last few years. As the city's downtown continues to recover, a piece of history has stood the test of time, and its operator is giving people a much-needed lift. Our Pauline Lee takes us along for the ride.
In a city that's always on the move,
wait,
there's one thing inside the Young Qunlin building.
Walk sign is on the cross, Nicolette.
That remains constant.
How are you today?
But elevated to meet the moment.
Have a good day, sir.
Down the hall lies a retrospective relic.
It's all the same as it was the original back in 1926.
Among the last of its kind, a manually operated elevator.
Right going up, left going down.
And Lee Bowser,
it's an up and down job.
now in charge of making sure everyone gets to where they need to go.
It glides into the floor and it self-levels itself.
With a smile.
We just try to bring smiles and happiness in people's faces.
3 days a week, he makes hundreds of trips traveling the building's 5 floors.
The favorite part is just the people, talking to them.
It's the bright spot of the day.
And Leah Wang-on too is always up for the conversation.
Hey Lee, how are you?
Hey Leah, she is so friendly all the time. She's the best. She's the best there.
It's great to see you. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
There's also Hannah Joy McNeil on 4, who could always use a lift no matter the load.
Often go to Target.
And Danny Warren on 3, who just enjoys the ride.
It definitely is a good start to my day.
Do you know everyone in this building?
Majority of them I do.
He's worked in the Young Qunlin for more than 30 years, doing a variety of maintenance jobs.
Yes.
This venture as elevator operator is fairly new, but maintains something very special.
So, you know, I'm just happy to be alive and be able to see people and meet people every day and keep their day happy.
In 2020, he made the decision to retire, closing the door on a storied career because it just wasn't safe for him to work with his health issues during a global pandemic.
Not meeting people, not helping people, it really took a toll on me.
But last fall, things were looking up.
It's less about the ride and more about the personality and the people.
Bob Greenberg and his wife own the building, and they were looking for a new elevator operator.
Going up.
They couldn't think of anyone better than Lee.
You're very welcome. Come on in.
He's got the right personality for the job. Let's put it that way.
First floor, no problem.
And many agreed.
Everyone knows him. If Lee is here, I pick the elevator over the stairs.
He's a popular guy.
They don't come to see me.
No.
They just come to see me.
When I came back, it was just like being back home again.
Lee now follows a long line of elevator operators. Most who came before him were women, though he's opted not to don the pristine uniforms of the past.
Times have changed.
But what hasn't changed is the quick, high-class conversation.
You can catch up on a lot in 20 seconds, and sometimes you can linger when you get off the elevator, right?
And human connection. guaranteed to go beyond speed and spectacle for years to come.
Keep them happy anytime. Oh, you know you're very welcome.
We'll see you later today, no doubt.
Thank you very much. Always being a bright person and smile all the time.
Hey, likewise. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yep. She's so sweet there.
In downtown Minneapolis,
have a good day.
Pauline Lee, WCCO News.
Still to come, a young boy daring to dream. We're going to take you for a ride around the track to show you how he is encouraging others to do the same.